Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Go, go, go. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Touchdown, defense.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 44 is the mark. Hey, alert. I know he ain't got it. 44 is the mark. 44.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Slayton. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
18. 44 is the mark. 44 is the mark. Check. Go. Hey, exit. Mike
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On third down, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. On the bench. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Off the play fake. Tate. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing that. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
18. Joker. Alert.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Blue. We got it. Four's the mic.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. 44's the mic. Check. You gonna see me in your nightmare. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
We got to get this stop here, D. 45 is the max.
On first down, Jefferson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. 2nd and 3. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tate. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Alert, 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 alert. Check, check. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The pitch goes to Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. It's out time. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Lock in, lock in. Coming. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike Bobo. Yeah. You don't want none. 44.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Off play action. Tate. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Tate. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your...
And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Tate. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Tate. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun. Tate. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. Tate got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars get a score closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? And that's caught inside the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 45.
From the gun, Tate. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Trubisky. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. All day, dog.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Royce Freeman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off play action. Tate. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I'm going to run you over. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Freeman again. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Bofo's the mic. Mike Bofo. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 18. Here I come again.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Tate, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bailey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Everyone's got 4.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw. Tate, he's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now a give right side. Jefferson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bucs, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.